So before the start of this video, I want to give a huge thanks to Leskinen and Bluebird for giving and allowing me to share these leaks with you guys. Their Twitter accounts are down below in the description, so go ahead and give them a follow for blessing us with this information. Now, I want to also mention I have already done a similar video last week, I believe with the same leaks. I took it down because I wrongly assumed Battle Royale in the files actually meant what it said, but apparently that's the devs' way of saying survival exercise. I mean, I get it. It is technically a free-for-all mode, so it was my fault to be fair. Now with that being said, every leak I'm going to show you is in the game, but the date of these accessories or characters are not confirmed. Me putting in the title that Hokage Naruto is confirmed is true, but that does not mean he's coming out as the next character. That just means he's in the game, waiting in the files. If you were to ask me on if I think he is the last character, yes. The convenience of them adding textures of 6th Path Sage mode near the end of the season isn't a coincidence. I'm 99.9% sure Hokage Naruto is the last character this season, but life works in mysterious ways and that 0.1% could just take over. So yeah, Hokage Naruto's 6th Path Eye and a bunch of other stuff got leaked. I'm assuming this is what he resorts to when it comes towards his ultimate ability. If you didn't know, I made a video predicting what Hokage Naruto's movesets are going to be. I made two different predictions, one which predicts what I think the devs will give him versus what I actually want them to give. So if you're interested, it'll be somewhere in the screen or in the description. So be sure to check it out now or after this video. A couple other stuff got leaked, like Kid Naruto's pajamas with his hat, KCM2 face paint, which, might I say, could possibly be his rewards, and also further helps evident that he is the last character this season. For the rest, we have young Kakashi's outfit, Neji's BTS outfit, Himawari's outfit, Sakura's hair, and a bunch of other stuff, which will be on the screen. It seems that they're finally starting to give us character-related stuff, which we've been asking for, or at least I have. The non-animated related outfits aren't too bad, but again, to me, I'd rather wear anime-related outfits than not. So now that the Hokage Naruto discussion and leaks are out of the way, let's talk Season 3. If you have watched the Hokage Naruto prediction video, then you'll know what I mean when I say I'm going to be following the same format. What I think Season 3 will bring versus what I actually want. And I'll start by discussing what I actually think Season 3 will bring. So what not a lot of people realize about Shinobi Striker and how they handle their DLC is that they aim towards releasing characters that complete a certain group. For example, Season 1 we had Orochimaru, Jiraiya, and Tsunade, the legendary Sani, Hashirama, Tobirama, Hiruzen, Minato, and Tsunade, the 5 Hokage, Obito to join up with Kakashi, and Madara to join up with Hashirama. Well, that, and they needed to go out with a bang. There's a lot of characters you can run with a 2-stack, 3-stack, or 4-stack that makes you feel like those said characters from the anime. In Season 2, there's Zabuza and Haku. The addition of Ino now allows 3-stack players to run that Ino Chikacho combo, and following off of this idea with adult Sasuke coming, it makes perfect sense for them to end it off with Hokage Naruto. And for this video, that's essentially what I'm going to do. Since there is a very high chance it's going to be Naruto, I'm going to already assume that he is confirmed, and to be honest, by the day this video releases, Hokage Naruto could already have been announced. Who knows? And if he is, that saves me the trouble of deleting another video. Nah, I'm just playing. Even if he isn't, I won't delete this video. For Season 3, I had to factor small things like how long this season was actually going to be played out, and if the release of a PS5 and a potential early 2021 Naruto game could lessen how many characters we get. And since it's way too early to decipher that, especially with not officially knowing who the last DLC character is, this is going to be a pretty rough speculation. I may make an updated video later down the line, like maybe this summer, if something Naruto related gets announced. But as for right now, I'm going to assume that a new Naruto game won't be coming out until late 2021. With that in mind, I think Season 3 will present itself with another 9 DLC set of characters. From what we know in the files, the remaining characters that haven't been released are Sasori, Neji, Tamari, Kushina, Shino, and Kiba. I don't think all of these characters will feature in Season 3, but I do think some of these will. I think Neji is definitely coming to Season 3. He'll probably be the one to rather start it off or end it, seeing how he's the biggest one out of all these characters. Tamari is definitely making an appearance. We do need more wind style jutsus, as I think wind has the fewest jutsus in the game compared to any other element. On top of this, we are probably not getting the Kazekage hat with Naruto, obviously. So they'll most likely be looking to finish off the Kage collection with her. Shino and Kiba definitely have my vote to complete teammate with Hinata, because remember what I said earlier about releasing characters to allow specific types of groups or bonds. And that's all I'm gonna get from these lists of characters. Kushina doesn't have any unique jutsus that would be good enough for her to make an appearance over several others. And I don't see the devs going the extra mile adding in puppet users. Also, sorry if it seems like I'm self-promoting, but I have made a how puppet users could work video. It'll be somewhere up on the screen or in the description. Now that gives us 4 out of the 9 characters for this season. There's still 5 more to go, so this is where I go big brain mode and debate on who I think the 5 remaining characters are going to be based off of the release pattern Shinobi Striker has done since season 1. So to finish off Team Guy is Tenten. She might not sound like the most amazing character, and there is a possibility she might be more of an annoying kunai spammer than Itachi. But again, this is me speculating what I think they're gonna do, not what I actually want. Tenten is who I think will be the 5th DLC. The 6th DLC character I believe will make an appearance is A, the 4th Raikage. He essentially will be completing the 2-man combo with Killer B. The 7th DLC character is Konohamaru, Boruto version. This will of course fill out the next gen Team 7. I also chose this because his character model, like Killer B, is already in the game, so it would be less work compared to other characters if they were to put him in. The 8th character is a surprising one to most, but I think we are going to get Nagato Uzumaki. Pain being in the game is cool and all, and we are given 3 out of the 7 abilities of the Rinnegan, but I think there are a lot more other abilities that would work great in Shinobi Striker. For example, the ninjutsu absorption technique. Going up against an annoying range spammer, jutsu absorption. The last DLC character that I think will be released into season 3 is Kaguya Otsutsuki. I know some people will really disagree with this one because of the idea that she might break Shinobi Striker, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's all in the devs. Her jutsus can be good, but that doesn't mean it needs to be meta changing. There are definitely ways they can implement her abilities in the game that can be more balanced and fair than unfair. And on top of this also could be the final season of Shinobi Strikers in general, as like I said before, we're most likely getting a new Naruto game with the PS5 coming out, so they might want to go out with a huge bang. And that is my prediction for what I think Shinobi Striker Season 3 will bring. Neji, Tamari, Tenten, Kiba, Shino, A, Adult Konohamaru, Nagato, and Kaguya. A lot of these decisions were based off of how they handled Season 1 and 2, and I think this is an accurate list to go on as of right now. Again, sometime down the line, new information could get leaked that could change my mind. And if it's worth it, I'll make an updated roster list if that day ever needs to come. This list honestly isn't that bad. Tenten and Kiba could be a little underwhelming, but like I said with Kaguya, it depends how they handle them. I honestly thought Ino being added into the game was the worst decision they could make, but 1, she was fun to play with, and 2, apparently she's one of the most anticipated characters in the game. Got me 10k views. No other DLC character has gotten me that far yet. Not Killer B, or Adult Sasuke, Ino. Don't get me wrong though, I'm very grateful of course, but that fact alone is pretty crazy to me. I was thinking about going more into detail about what classes they'll be and what abilities they should bring, and I'm of course not going to do that in this video. I'm going to be making a part 2 next week explaining things like that. I can't guarantee what day exactly that will be, but look forward to it around that time. Now to end off the video, I'm going to briefly talk about what characters I actually want for Season 3. Now mind that in this list, I already mentioned some characters from the earlier list. So my Season 3 wants are Shisui, Neji, Nagato, Hidan, Danzo, Tamari, Shizune, Daru, and Kakuzu. I don't know about you guys, but I want more genjutsu users in the game. The only genjutsu technique we have is one from game release, the Feather Illusion. If Shisui gets put into the game, I really hope they don't give us his Susanoo ability. We already have 4 different ones, and Shisui's, if I'm gonna be completely honest, is kind of lame. It's literally just a drill shooting. I don't know what they are, but it's things shooting at you. It's lame. Hidan I think will be pretty cool because of his sacrificial techniques where he takes a sample of your blood then kills you by damaging himself. I think they could go as far as to have you awaken using that sacrificial ritual BS, and while in that state you have the option to either finish off your opponent or just continue attacking. The crazy part is if one of the enemies hits you while in this state, the damage not only affects you, but the person's blood you used to awaken. Picking Danzo was kind of a personal thing because one of my favorite elements in Naruto are wind style technique. On top of this, we also could get the chance for a new summoning, that giant elephant thingy he used against Sasuke. As for his ultimate, it's of course the Izanagi. I think this should be an awakening granting you a secondary ability. The secondary ability could be the startup animation like Yamato's, where he summons that giant tree, and if you're caught around it, it's an instant kill because it squeezes you to death. Of course, the user survives because he activated the Izanagi. If you choose not to activate the secondary ability, you're in the Izanagi awakening state, meaning if an enemy manages to kill you, you get right back up as if nothing happens, with full health, and it does not count towards a death. Shizune I think could work very similar to Anoki as a heal / support type, where she will bring a lot of buff and debuff effects. So she could bring an ability where all users combat and ninjutsu damage gets an increase, and her second ninjutsu could be an ability where she spits out poison towards an enemy that damages over time and slows down movement speed. Her ult could be this crazy ability where all allies around you get an attack power, defense, speed buff with decreased substitution length and ninjutsu cooldown decrease. Now for Daru, I just picked him because I think his black lightning looks super cool. And last but not least is Kakuzu, which I picked of course because 1, there's no Hidan without Kakuzu, and 2, he could also bring in more elemental jutsus in the game like Mei did. And that's it. In this video we discussed leaks, what Season 3 characters I think are coming into the game, and what characters I actually want. If you liked today's video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this. Now remember, next week I'll be doing a part 2 going more into detail about classes and jutsu. This has been Chosen, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.